Tonight on Kutsime.
Other races have to inject Botox to give them volume.
Yes.
And you are endowed with the amazing, most amazing, erotic, natural behind.
It's that time again. Grab the crew and let's chat.
And my brother was like, nope, it's never been done in our family. And so
you're not going to be the first.
Yes,
okay.
So I'll disown you. And so it was at that point where I had my inner peace about the relationship.
You guys spend most of your time, hours, beautifying yourself. 2 hours just to do makeup. You get me?
Okay.
Then you come out trying to look like the other one. So we'd rather go for the other one.
Welcome to Kutsime. Let's chat. So I'm Natasha, and today we're going to be bringing to you that sensitive topic that no one really wants to discuss. But look, guys, we have to.
True.
But before we get into that, how has this successful week been for you guys?
I like how you said it. Successful week. So I was so hyped up with the social media, you know, building up to the show premiere, and then the day came and the love that we received
was
overwhelming. Just too much, you know. Too much. You know, just thank you guys so much for the love and support that you are showing us. You know, so good.
Yes, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough as a team. So yeah, but before we get into that sensitive topic, I'll give you a bit about my childhood upbringing, school sort of era.
Okay.
So basically, I went to firstly, I grew up in a mixed background. Okay. Mixed background. Went to a predominantly black school, which was a Group A school. But then you find yourself, okay, where does she really fit in?
Yeah.
You know, she's too light to be colored, but at the same time she's, you know, not black. She's not white. What is she? And then you're constantly being confused, constantly having people, you know, down talk you and say whatever they feel like saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, let it get me down for a bit. I allowed it to. I didn't let it, but I allowed it to. It got me down for a bit, and then I'm like, no, I have to come back with a comeback. So anyway, I'm 75%.
Okay.
What? 75% what?
75%.
Wait. So 75% what?
Thank you.
I know figures.
What?
50-50 makes sense, you know what I mean? But 75%?
Like this, maybe?
Like, you know?
You guys are a bit OTT, but anyway, I'll explain it. So my dad is obviously the 50%, he's white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then my mom is mixed, okay? So that's where the 25% comes in.
Okay,
You get
I'm with you.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
But you know, overseas,
Yeah?
you're actually correct, because in overseas, they have ways of calculating this.
Calculating what?
Your race percentage.
So the color is not enough to
No, it's not
that's
enough.
a black, that's a white.
No.
They have a way of calculating what percentage race you are. You could be 10% something, you know what I mean? And and I don't know how accurate it is, but they do it a lot.
So you're saying she's 75%, so she's not really...
Oh, no, she's black. Oh, yeah.
That's where I get my
She's
swag
black.
from.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Who knew?
Who knew? But anyway, you know, enough with all the jokes. We're like, I'm sure there's people out there that have gone through this, that have experienced this, and they don't really know how to deal with it, how to snap out of it. So let's get into it. Have you guys ever experienced any racism? Have you?
From what you explained, it seemed as if it was just people who didn't know what you were. Did you actually go through some racist like situations? Would you actually call that going through a racist section?
I would, because at the same time I'm like, okay, I'm white, guys, and they're like, no, you're not. And then when you say I'm mixed, no, you're not. So you
like just didn't know, but they would like
it was like segregating me, sort of.
You
get it?
felt that?
I felt that. I literally felt that, and I'm like, you know, I'm human. Whether I speak different or whether I look different, I'm still human. So you know, I don't feel I'm superior to the next person, but it was too much for people to take in.
Oh, okay.
Because when I look at racism, I see it as one race to another feeling they are more superior and, you know, we deserve this because I am this race. And when you talk about racism, you're talking black and white mostly. Yes. It happens in all the other races, but mainly black and white.
Yeah.
So, perfect example. It was my daughter's birthday in May.
Yeah.
Mommy, I want a Barbie doll. And I'm like, cool. I went Barbie doll shopping and I found the perfect doll, guys. It was black. It was thick. It had afro.
I was like, just everything.
It was just, it was rich blackness. I loved it. So I called her because I wanted to get her something that she wanted for her birthday. And she's like, I'm like, oh, so Bella, I found your doll. It's black with afro. She didn't even let me finish.
Oh, no.
No, Mommy, I want a white doll with straight hair.
I took time doing that.
Asha.
You know,
like really,
Becky, I don't know why you're getting touched about it. When
no, I was touched because for me, racism is taught.
But you are wearing wigs.
But this is for convenience.
And it's straight.
It's for convenience. She's seen me in my natural hair.
But
she's seen me in braids just like
that
you.
Black Barbie doll.
I'm not portraying. No, but she's seen me with my natural hair.
That's fine, but you always have wig, long hair, braids. You don't ever have your afro,
but I
so
wouldn't choose. I wouldn't prefer a white doll to a black doll.
But that's you. But she's 7.
Where did she learn it from? Could you prefer that to that?
Okay, but which doll did you buy, by the way?
You know what? Let's not. Don't do. I got her the doll that she wanted.
My point.
The white doll with the.
There you go.
She's seeing it from you.
Straight hair. Not from me. Not from me, because remember I said she's seen me with my natural hair, she's seen me in braids, and her hair is natural. Why would she want a doll that doesn't have hair like hers? Like.
I wouldn't say it's all Becky. I think racism is taught. You know, it's taught.
Yeah, actually,
it definitely is.
You're actually quite true because when growing up, I never saw black or white. I knew there was black and white, but you know when you just don't see color.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I just knew my dad was a little dark and my mom was a little glow in the dark. You know, I just knew there was that contrast, but I never saw that.
Okay.
Then we moved to Bulawayo. Boy, did Bulawayo teach me. It said there's black, there's white, and there's mixed. So for me, it was like just throwing me off because from what I knew, I'm like, if a person's a person, cut you, bleed red blood, red blood,
like
red blood.
If I cut you, you bleed, definitely.
Yeah, I never saw that distinction. But Bulawayo definitely taught me that.
How did that make you feel, though?
In the beginning, like, I didn't know where to fit in.
Okay.
You know, because I felt like with the blacks, I was too white to be black. But then with the whites...
You were too black to be that either.
Exactly. I couldn't find, like, a medium. I was just like, okay. Who likes me, likes me. If they don't, well...
I don't understand why all of this happens. We should just find a way to just get along and... Because we can't be treated different because of...
skin types.
Because of skin types. The other day, we did, like, a little experiment. We went out for coffee. And we just wanted to see how we were going to be treated by the waiters or in the restaurant. But the treatment was actually quite, quite good.
Really
what
good.
We thought would happen was, like, we'd all get in and the waiters would rush to serve the white people, the white person being myself, obviously. And,
no,
you know,
you're not. You're black. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Like, well, gentle reminder.
Sorry.
The milk-looking black. How about that one?
White chocolate.
The white chocolate.
Let me rephrase that. The white-looking one. And... to our surprise, that actually didn't happen.
No, I just got grief from the table across from us, which had an Indian lady who kept doing this, trying to figure out
what's going on.
Why are they together? Like,
there's a colored and there's a dark, you know, but let's just all get along. Well, at least try.
Well, as I said earlier, we're not the only ones who've experienced this. I'm sure you've all seen the whole hashtag black trending on Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was appalled.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to go into our Kutsime corner and just have a look at, you know, what black kids went through in private schools. guys, welcome back. We've just come back from our Black At, which was a whole movement. So we've decided, no, look, wait, let's go out, get someone who's experienced this firsthand in a private school in Harare. Welcome to the table, Becky Zella.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Becky.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, so how did that make you feel seeing those comments? I'll start off with the one that stood out for me. I was quite appalled, and how I'm just trying to find the words to express this, because
get your energy, mama.
I'm trying to, but not sounding, you know, a bit offish. How do you train a dog to bark at black people only? Or for you to even say, when my dog was barking, I knew it was black people.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me just come in there, because I wouldn't say that. I'm not defending what was said. Okay. But at the same time, in a white household or a mixed household, the dog is used to seeing white people or mixed people. Right. So when a black person does come in, it's going to bark. Okay.
That's true, but I also think it speaks to the fact that, like you're saying, Becky, that the dog is trained to bark at black people. It speaks to the fact that racism is taught. You're not born racist. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're a racist. Yes. Yeah. It's something that's taught, and I think that that dog is an example of what has happened over the years.
So at the school where you were at, did you experience any of like the posts that we saw from the Black At movement?
I mean, I could definitely relate to a lot of them, and I think like it's important to note that racism doesn't always have to be explicit. It doesn't always have to be somebody calling you a curse word or somebody saying you are black and this and that. It's in the little things. For example, hair rules or clothing regulations that seem to be biased against black people. And I think
clothing regulations?
Yes, for example, usually you'll find, and I think this is across the board, that a white girl with a little skirt and a black girl with a little skirt are going to be treated differently.
100%.
Exactly.
Because of, you know.
Exactly.
Because of voluptuousness.
And so it's things like that where the curviness of your body is then made to seem as something wrong. And that's problematic, because then schools are teaching children who are black that the way you are made, the way God created you is an issue. And that's wrong, because you're going to produce people and let people out into society who have low self-esteem, who are not self-confident because of little things like that.
True. Wow. True. And your experiences in the school, which one stood out for you?
I think for me, it was the time when we were told, me and another girl, that we had abnormal body shapes.
No way.
Like, that was kind of, I mean, it doesn't make me sad.
Okay.
It doesn't really make me sad. And I'm saying that because I know who I am and I have confidence in who I am. Okay. But if it had been somebody else, that person could have spent the rest of their lives hating themselves. Yes. And like I'm saying, that's the big issue here. That you can't say things like that to children, because high school, those are your formative years. And those years really make or break you. So you can't have people in a system who say things like that. It needs to be rectified.
Did you comment back on that? Did you like
clap back a little slang?
I didn't at the time. You know, you never expect something like that to happen. It's kind of shocking. True. You're like, sometimes you have to sit and be like, did that just really happen to me?
Yeah. Exactly. It only registers actually later, like, this is what was said.
Right. That's the thing.
And how do you relate now that you're out of the system in the school? How do you relate to white people? Specifically now, like when you're sitting next to Natasha.
Do I need to remove myself off the table before you answer this question?
Not at all. I think, you know, you have to remain objective, regardless of the experiences you've been through in your life. So I cannot now walk around Harare saying, no, she's white, I can't talk to her. Okay. That I think then we would have failed. Definitely. You cannot be hurt and go out and hurt. That's not correct. I think it's just about judging people based on their character. So it's the first time I've met Natasha. I don't really know her. Get to know her. Is she a good person? Yes, she is. And then I can communicate with her. And obviously, there are people who are going to be hostile towards you. Unfortunately, it's a part of life. But it's just about like managing those situations and not allowing your judgment to be clouded by your past experiences, because then I would have missed out on an amazing person on the simple premise of her lightness.
Thank you so much for that.
So, but before you go, Bege, what's your life mantra now? What does Bege stand on after all you experienced, like at the school, outside the school? What does Bege stand on? What's your life mantra and what keeps you going?
Wow, that's a difficult question. I think for me it would be to not let bad experiences make me a bad person. So at the end of the day, we have to rise above. If we want this thing to be solved, we have to be very mature in our approach and be willing to engage. So for me, it's just regardless of what's going around you and what's going on around you, you need to stay true to yourself and stay true to your values. I think that would be it.
I think that's powerful. Don't let a bad experience define you. Yeah.
You know, Becky, they forgot to tell you, we did the math, yeah? We did the calculation, and Natasha's black, so I'm just saying.
He's still stuck on the maths. Like, he's just
really,
like...
I found it. Like, she is black. She's one of us.
She is definitely one of us. Well, that was Abege, a former student from one of the private schools in Harare, letting us know about her experience and that, you know what, it didn't break her. Even if you had dogs that were barking at a certain race, like, I'm still touched about that. But when we come back, we speak to an interracial couple. You call them interracial, multiracial? Interracial.
I think
interracial couple, and they tell us their love story and how they stand strong regardless of the nasty comments. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's been a switch up in studio as we only have space for one male perspective at a time. Isn't that right, Tasha?
Yes, honey.
I like that. I think we should actually keep you on the decks.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
Quit the day job.
Chugs, but yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. So, as promised, we have our interracial couple with us in studio, Bronwyn and Simon Simbarashe. Welcome to studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. You know, we really appreciate that you took your time out to tell us your story. So we're going to get right into it. When people see this right here on set, there's always like smug comments about it. And I know you've got your own challenges and your own blissful moments to the journey that led to the beautiful family that you have. Would you like to just like talk us through it? Let us know, what was it like?
Yeah, no, the journey has been challenging and has been interesting at the same time. I remember saying to God, one of the things that I said was that, you know, God, I'm a bit on the dark side. I would like someone who's on the lighter side than me, you know.
Yes,
you know,
okay,
yeah. So when I met her, immediately I knew that she was the answer.
Okay.
You know?
Like spot on, like right there in there.
I knew it was her. So I actually got into a struggle with God, and I'm like, hey, God, you know what? I did make a prayer that I want someone light, but I think you went to the extremes of light.
Kind of bright, Lord.
Yeah,
not
you know,
this bright.
Not this bright. So, you know, yeah, so that's how it all started. But we got to know each other, and yes, it was a struggle. From my side, really, to be honest, to say, hey, but she's white. Because, you know, with the way people that would look at us as we would be walking in town. And I remember one time I'm walking with her in First Street. And I see my aunt coming the other direction. She was holding my hand at the time. I just remember moving my hand as quickly as I could. But, you know,
the struggle is real.
You know, it's something that I had to grow into. And, you know, what made it more difficult was my father-in-law at the time and my brother-in-law were against our relationship. So, you know, it was quite difficult when you go to a place where you feel like they don't see you as a human being. You know, it was quite bad in that sense. So, yeah, there were challenging moments, but we ended up pulling through.
And then now for you, Bronwyn, now let me do this.
We need to hear your side of the story.
Yes, we need to hear your side of the story. White girl dating a black guy. Yes, it's seen, but what was the reaction from your family? He told us about your father and your brother. What about your friends? What did your friends say about this relationship?
Okay, so just to take you back a little bit, after several failed relationships,
on your side as well,
on my side as well, you know, I
from your own race, from your own people.
Yes, yes. You know, I got to a point where I just said, you know what, God, I just need to find who I am and find who I am in you. And for a season, and the season was 2 years, I just said, I'm going to stop dating. I'm going to stop, you know, hanging out with boys and doing the clubs and everything, because I pretty much did everything. And I just said, God, I know you've called me for a purpose, and so I need to find my purpose in you. And it's in those 2 years that, you know, he started just changing me and changing my heart and everything. And then it's within those 2 years, probably a year and a half into it, I was like, God, you know what, I really want to settle down. I know I'm young, but, you know, I don't want to marry when I'm old. So, yeah, in a short space of time, Simon came along. And everything changed. From the onset, I just knew he was the one. And I remember we attended something at church, and someone said to me, hey, who's the guy you're with? I'm like, oh, no, that's my future husband. So I already knew. That's
straight up.
You
didn't give people room to...
Oh, no, 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 no. I knew, but I was also wrestling because I had a conversation with my family prior, and my dad straight out was like, you know what, I'll disown you. You know, I don't know you. You're that bad. And my brother was like, nope, nope, it's never been done in our family. And so...
You're not going to be the first.
Yes,
okay.
So I'll disown you. And so it was at that point where I had my inner peace about the relationship. So it was them against me, because you know, when you get married, you don't stay with your family. The Bible talks about leaving and cleaving. So you leave your family and then you become united to your husband. So I was like, it's a choice I have to make. Am I gonna cleave to them or leave them? And so because I had that peace and I knew he was the one, I was like, you know what, I'll choose you.
I'm feeling so much love on this set. Like, I just want to hug everybody and and all of that. So before you go, just 2 questions, and then Kernisha will take us to ad break. Who's the most talkative one?
She is.
Okay. Who's the funniest?
Oh, him.
like agreed.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Agreed.
Agree on that?
You both agree on that.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back with more on the isms right here on Kutsime Asihlanganeni. Let's chat. Kernisha, or is it honey boo boo baby? Take us to ad break.
I'm be the one taking out a break. Let's get it.
And the thing doesn't want to play.
Chuck. I found it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kutsime. Honey boo boo. Oh, you thought this was easy, huh? Well, you know, she didn't do a bad job, though. A little bit of practice, you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
I think I was fire. Just at the end there.
I think that was a special order. He deliberately did.
I promise you, because I was like, it was working a few seconds ago, and then now...
She wants my job.
She wants my job. All right, so we are still on the isms topic. We just covered the racism, which is a vast topic. It could go on, but we still have to touch on the other isms that affect us in society and in our lives. So one of the isms that really irks me or gets to me is the one of colorism, like racism amongst your own people. So on set with us is our special doctor, and I wore this hair especially for him, Dr. Solomon Gura-Matunu. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Becky.
Are you genuinely smiling at me right now, or you're just like, hey?
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later? All right, Doc, so we know that you are an eye specialist by profession, and this is what you specialize in. What got you into the whole, you know, appreciating being ethnic?
What happened to me, Becky, is that I was in town and I saw black ladies slapping their heads and scratching. And I realized that other races don't do that. The whites don't do that. The Chinese don't do that. The Indians don't do that. So I went back to my office, and I've got ladies I work with, and I said, what is going on? They said, oh, doctor, it's the weaves. They are itchy. So I said, well, educate me. What are these weaves? Yeah. So they told me there's 100% human hair, which is quite expensive, from the Indians, Brazilians, Peruvians, etc. Right. Then there's the cheaper stuff, which is the synthetic stuff made by the Chinese and the Koreans. Now, I happen to travel to all these countries almost every year. So I go to Korea, I go to Brazil, I go to China, So in India, that's when I got a wake-up call. Because what happens is that if we are family and we lose a member of the family, all the ladies in the family, including the young ones, go to the temple where they worship. In the temple, these ladies will have all their hair shaved off. It's a sacrifice to their gods. So somebody is going through a rough spell in life, or somebody's going mentally ill, they'll do the same. So it's a sacrifice. Right. So I went to that temple, and I saw, in India, you have a lot of these homeless people, very poor people. Their hair was being shaved off.
Shaved off as well.
Then I saw some who looked quite sickly, as if they had TB. And I'm watching this, and then some of them, as the hair was being shaved off, they were bleeding. I looked at this and I said, good Lord, how did we black people end up in this space where we buy what I'm looking at right now? Unfortunately, as they cut the hair off, it falls on the floor. So some people come in and they gather it together. And then when they were cleaning the hair, they were removing worms, they were removing lice. No. And that day I said, no, there's something wrong with this. So I was on Emirates, I was flying back from Delhi through Dubai, and this thing was playing on my mind. And I said to myself, when I grew up, there were no weaves. How did this start? Who started it? Who told our beautiful ladies like you, Becky, say, you're not beautiful. For you to look beautiful, you should have other people's hair.
No, okay, so other people's hair is just easier to throw on. You just, let's go.
All right. You see, I give lectures at universities, churches, schools, wherever I'm invited. And the first thing I always say is, the black woman is, and I don't sound racist, but the black woman is the most beautiful woman walking on planet Earth.
So, Doc, what are you trying to say?
Let me finish. I'll explain to you, then you understand where I'm coming from. She has the most beautiful natural hair, which has more options than another race. True. Your skin is the most beautiful natural skin because it's smooth, it's radiant, it's wrinkle-free for many years. You see, black ladies go to 50, 60, 70. I've got some patients 80 years old. Skin is smooth up to now. Right. And Caucasian race, in the early 40s, you wrinkle. True. So you use anti-wrinkling cream, anti-aging cream, Botox, and sometimes plastic surgery. True. These girls don't need that. Lips. Black ladies have the most beautiful natural lips. You see, look at your lips, thick, and fulsome, luscious, very sexy.
Honey boo-boo.
Other races... Other races have to inject Botox to give them volume. Yes. And you are endowed with the amazing, most amazing, erotic, natural behind. Yes. Now, people have... Now you have people having bum enhancement surgery or Botox implants. Yeah. But you have them already. The black lady is the prototype. It all began in Africa. Prototype. And in fact, scientifically, there is what they call mitochondrial DNA, which has the whole genome of the human race. Right. So you have the gene where all the other races come from. This is the reason. But I think people don't understand it.
I hear you there. And guys, I don't want to sound as if, like she's got it all, so it's fine, she can comment. But honestly speaking, I'd love to change my hairstyles. A short weave, a curly weave. I love curls in my hair. Another thing is getting tans. I would love to get tanned, Like, I honestly sometimes look at my skin, I'm like, I'm looking a bit too pale. A bit of gold to me wouldn't look too bad. Yeah. So,
but that's the thing. You are light, you want to be darker. You're dark, you want to be light. You've got curly hair, you want it straight. You got straight hair, you want it curly.
Exactly, and that's just how come it's like a certain type of, what can I say, stereotype nowadays with men, especially towards our beautiful dark ladies. Yes. They say, no, if you're not light-skinned, they don't want you. No. So that's why some women have turned to actually bleaching their skin.
So it has moved from not just the hair,
it's now even the skin.
Well, I'll tell you this up front. If you get a guy who says he prefers you with a wave, or he prefers you light-skinned. You probably don't need that kind of guy. Because this is a mindset thing. It's a mindset.
Wow. Amen.
Okay. See, when you're like this, I'm embarrassed.
Why?
Because you have the most beautiful natural hair.
But
so,
it's difficult to maintain. I've tried it before. It's difficult, and this for me is easy. I've got my lines underneath.
Oh, yeah, now that's my lady. Oh,
never.
Look at that.
Oh.
Everywhere. Everywhere in the whole world. I'm telling you now.
No, like, and it's clean. I wash it. You're talking about the worms and the what? This thing is treated. I wash it. It's clean. There's no dandruff on this thing. Can we cut so I can put this hair back on?
No, don't cut it. You know, I was in Taiwan, and in Taiwan, what they do is when ladies have passed on, they just before burial.
And I pray for it.
They're brought it to a room where the hair is shaved off completely. Then they go for burial. So I was shown a huge warehouse with that kind of hair. Gentlemen, what are you doing with all this hair of people who've just died, who've just been buried? And they said to me, oh, black people, they love this hair. My friend, this is big business.
It is.
We are making tons of money, billions of money, selling to black people. Now I'm saying to myself, how do we buy dead people's hair? Because if you find somebody with the expensive hair, the human hair, you ask them, this hair, is that from a live person or a dead person? They don't know.
And we don't care. Okay. We just want the hair to...
All right, let me explain this to you. That's why in my home I'm very particular about this. Because you visit me, right? Say, okay, Becky, sit on the sofa here, please take a seat. That piece of hair, sometimes it falls on the sofas.
Okay.
You go to the bathroom, piece of hair is falling. In the kitchen, this dead people's hair.
It's everywhere
You
now.
don't know what they died of. You know what condition was running. You are black, you buy this stuff. Who buys dead people's hair? Who does?
A good conversation is enjoyed and appreciated over time. Kutsime Extra is the platform where we talk a whole lot more. Catch Kutsime Extra every Tuesday on our Facebook page. Kutsime asihlanganeni. Let's chat.
This is Kutsime asihlanganeni. Let's chat. Igama ngubeki. So we spoke about racism at large, but amongst our own races, we face what we call a colorism and also classism. But let's touch on the colorism. You are dark chocolate, chocolate, dark-skinned girl, and you can't get a man because you are too dark.
Because society.
Because society
no, but
has said.
What makes you think we don't like dark-skinned women?
You may not have made it clear.
Is your wife dark or light?
She's light.
And you're back in the train of dating. What was your preference?
No, all right. Let's address this issue correctly.
No, because
no, we let's say okay. A huge percentage of men like light-skinned women.
Why?
It looks nice.
What? And dark skin doesn't look nice.
I don't want to put myself on the fire here.
No,
but
talk.
The thing is, it's hard to explain, but it looks nice. It looks cleaner, you know.
So dark women are dirty. Is that what you're saying?
That
is a narrow way of thinking.
I need to correct myself.
No, wait.
I'm just being a bit blunt, but I need to correct myself.
You are being a bit blunt.
Yeah.
Natasha, my wish, offend me. I am
narrow-minded.
Come and offend you too.
Wait, no, I'm dirty. Because I'm not light enough.
I need to offend you because you get clean,
I come near you?
No, on a serious note,
yes.
I'm just saying, it's nice to look at. You get me? We all like nice things. You spoke about your own daughter not wanting the black door. Yeah, Saka, don't throw this at me.
No, but I'm saying...
Your daughter knows what's up.
No, Chucks, no.
It's hard to explain, but
I beg to
we're
differ
attracted to that.
So when you see... Okay, so Kernisha is here, Becky is here. Kernisha looks cleaner.
It's not even that.
It's
you
what?
guys spend most of your time, the doctor said about skin bleaching and the hair and everything, you guys spend most of your time, hours beautifying yourself. 2 hours just to do makeup. You get me?
Okay.
Then you come out trying to look like the other one. So we'd rather go for the other one.
Chucks, I'm going to have to take you back because this show is not just for Natasha, Kernisha and Becky. It's for the people. So you have people watching us. And, you know, I don't think there's women out there that honestly go out and take 2 hours beautifying themselves to look lighter.
Exactly.
They are there. We know them.
Yes, we agree.
See them.
They are there, but not the majority.
No.
Not
you
the
guys
majority.
have a budget for makeup, for Peruvian hair, Brazilian hair. It's in your budget. You spend so much of your money trying to look good.
Personal grooming.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, we as men, we just want to be like, this one is Chinese made. Let's go for this one. You get what I mean?
No, I don't know what women you friends with or around, but that is really just
guys
not
are my friends,
it.
though.
I told you, Chucks, after school.
Okay, I'm seeing that.
After school.
Yeah, we'll leave you two to deal with it after school.
After school is after school. But this is the kind of stress we face where the lighter-skinned black people or lighter-skinned colored people get a better preference than the darker-skinned. She was talking about how her experience in Bulawayo made her feel like,
yeah.
So I'm not colored enough, but I'm colored. Like, look at my hair.
Guys, is there something that this is not telling you, that this goes way back, all the way back to the 20th century of, you know, the darker-skinned person being given the harder task than the lighter-skinned person. Lighter slaves were then taken to then work in the house.
Yeah.
So you guys cannot blame us. This has been going on for years.
No, true,
but
but
why keep it running?
Centuries.
Yeah,
you know?
but it shouldn't end there, and I think that's why we're here. Our voices need to be heard. That it shouldn't end there. You know, there's more to life than being lighter and being more beautiful, or getting a better seat, or you know.
Well, this conversation could go on and on. We are going to continue this convo with the good Dr. Solomon Guramatunu, who's going to talk more about this. He's so passionate about, you know, accepting being who you are, especially in the black community. No offense. So yeah, we are going to continue.
I'm really, really on the spotlight today, and I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, stay tuned for Get a Lot of This on all the isms.
Now get a load of this. Colorism originates from slavery in America, whereby slaves with lighter skin were assigned domestic tasks, while slaves with darker skin were forced to work outside in the fields, doing much more grueling tasks. Lighter-skinned slaves were favored because they were often the product of a slave owner raping a slave. No, that's creating a lighter-skinned child.
That is something else. Statistics compiled by the World Health Organization in 2011 showed that 40% of African women bleach their skin. 40%?
Whoa. Well, get a load of this. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 77% of women in Nigeria use skin lightening products, the world's highest percentage. And guys, that has been a very interesting episode, yeah?
Yeah, quite touchy. I'm going to deal with some people.
Guys, we family, we family. We're good.
We are.
We're good.
And family fights, right?
Yeah, family always fights.
That's it.
And guys, please don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and go see Kutsime Extra, where you can catch our conversation with the doctor. You know, that was really some hot stuff in there, ladies.
Yeah, it was. He brought some knowledge to the table.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So like the weaves, though.
This brings us to the end of our episode. Remember to continue the conversation on our YouTube page, Kutsime, and also on Instagram, Kutsime Talk Show, and also on Facebook, Kutsime. So guys, let's get talking about these issues and let's help each other out there. And remember, let love lead. This is Kutsime. Asihlanganeni.
Let's chat.